Hello and welcome back to PECO TV. Today we have something a little bit special for you. We've been behind the scenes at the Ffestiniog Railway taking a closer look at the Bowsider coaches, which are now available in the 009 scale range. These classic Ffestiniog coaches will be released in a range of different liveries, but we're starting off with the Victorian plum and the early preservation era liveries.
The Bowsiders make a lovely companion for our New England locomotives and will look very much so at home on any Welsh model railway.
To find out more about these superb coaches, I caught up with Glenn Williams, the Ffestiniog Railway's Carriage Works supervisor, to take a closer look at the restoration taking place on these unique coaches.
Right, so this is one of our Bowsider carriages, carriage 18. It's just in the workshop at the moment because we're doing a repaint on the thing. Bowsiders, they have this kind of curved side to them. Bowsider term is something that's a Ffestiniog term for them. It's actually called tumble home. It's a way of making a carriage wider at the waist. So 18 has got to the stage now where we've built the paint layers up, and what we're going to do now is do a wet rub down on it before we put the final colours on. So at the moment it's obviously going to be white, and then the Lancashire and Yorkshire purple brown is the official colour for the bodywork. Once we've got to that stage, we'll then mark it out and we'll start adding all the detailing. Now the detailing involves a fine red line, the monograms and the crests go onto it, but we also apply 23.5 carat gold. Now that's all hand applied with a gold size by the sign writing team. We've also got to do some wood graining repairs. So here you've got the door. You can see down the side we've done the base coat for the wood graining, and then we'll add on the oil scumble to it, so it'll bring up the Victorian style interior. Bowsiders, their length they're actually a bit shorter than the original pair of carriages we had. So these are only 6 compartments long. I think they're just over 30 feet long, something like that, 32 feet. But they originally had third class at one end, a second class compartment originally, and then a first class compartment. 17 and 18 ran as a pair, so they mirror imaged each other. So one vehicle was the opposite way around to what this one is. So they ran as a pair. And as did 19 and 20 when they arrived. So this livery on 18 here dates from 1876, so it's original building condition. They also carried an all-over plum livery, so the purple brown. So that is what's carried on carriage 19 today. So that's a slightly later period in the history of the railway. Not much, but just a bit. Then at some point they will have been changed to a all-over red livery. We think that's in the 20s. Period, 1920s. Again, they had lining on them at that period, so it was still quite posh. Followed after that, they went into the Colonel Stevens era, so you would have had just a plain green all over, oxide valance down there, oxide ends, much like the bug boxes. And then that's pretty much how they ended almost ended their days. Some of them ended their days like that. Others went into the yellow panels with red mouldings livery as well, which was carried in the 20s. Bit of a jazz period to try and lift the tourism. And then we get to the preservation area. So 17 and 18 they're a bit different to what they are now, because obviously in the early preservation it was to get carriages back into use, so not all the mouldings survived. This one actually I think lost them completely here, and it's just plain panels. But they ran in the green with ivory panels and oxide ends. And then in the 90s, they all went into the corporate colour of red and cream, with red ends in the case of these ones. And then ultimately they've come in for restoration in the early 2000s, and they've all adopted their heritage era liveries of various periods. So that's what they represent today, as close as we can realistically get them to those periods.
So now it's time to look at these coaches in model form. As you can see, they have finely printed lining, window frames depicting different colours, and the beautiful Ffestiniog numbering and crests. And they also include vac brake pipes, door handles, footsteps, and guard frames, not to mention the metal rimmed wheels for superior smooth running. Also, another nice touch, if you turn your coaches upside down, you'll see printed on the underside arrows pointing in the direction of running from Blaenau Ffestiniog to Porthmadog. First up in the Victorian sets, we have the GR600A number 17 and the GR600B number 18 short wheelbase, as well as the GR620A number 19 and the GR620B number 20 in long wheelbase versions. Next in the range are the early preservation era, the GR601A number 17 and the GR601B number 18 short bogie versions. And to complete the lineup, the GR621A number 19 and the GR621B number 20 long bogie versions. So, 2 new liveries to complement the bug boxes and the small Englands, and with some more exciting announcements just around the corner, there's lots to keep the 009 modeller busy. So, until the next time, happy narrow gauge modelling!
Thank you.